How's it going, crew? This is Happy Days, and welcome to Craft the World. Craft the World, if you haven't played it but yet, is a survival sandboxy crafting sort of game. And you've sort of got a goal on each world that you play to sort of escape, I think. You need to find like little treasures under the ground. So anyway, I thought I'd just do a quick intro video and then, sort of keep playing through and do a little let's play of this. So you just click play to get started, pick a game slot and pretty much click play. Now the difference between a campaign and a custom game, custom is when you've been playing this a bit and you just want to jump straight in. I recommend you do a new campaign to get started. It teaches you a lot of the crafting in the game. Okay, before you pick a world, the campaign, like most campaigns in these sorts of games, teaches you throughout it. So it's locked. The other worlds are locked, and I assume by the time you can get to them, like, you're learning more advanced crafting and stuff. Anyway, you just start in the land of New Hope and you click play. Okay, and blah blah. Not going to do the tutorial because I'm giving you a tutorial. So you start with this little dude, and pretty much anytime you click on something in the game, left clicking is pretty much their instruction to interact with it, and it usually just means harvest most of the time. Okay, so I did a task already. So these are the tasks up here, and I'm pretty sure the game pauses when you're looking at this book, I think. Is he standing still? Yeah. Okay. So the good thing about playing the campaign is there's a lot of tasks and it sort of teaches you how to play it. So this one, dig a tunnel. I'll do that one in a second. So just to mine a tree or harvest a tree, chop a tree. You can click it anywhere, but you've got to be able to reach it, obviously. But to cut the whole tree down, you just click along the bottom. And left clicking again just cancels the previous instruction. So and the dwarf will pretty much do its own thing. So once you've given it an instruction, my understanding is they have a set of priorities. So they'll do jobs first, then collect resources, blah de blah. You can see he's like carrying a few of the things on his back right now. So down here is your hotbar, so very common in these games. So you can have some fast selection things. There's a bit of an Easter egg up there. It looks like an angry bird to me. So when you left click on crafting, you can cycle through the different things you can make. So there's a beware sign, and that you can put that down to make the dwarfs keep away from monsters or areas. And there is some areas you don't want your dwarfs to go near. You can make tools and things like that. This portal spell you start with, and I'm going to explain how that works in a moment. Alright, so the first thing... Well, actually, I'll dig the tunnel first, then I'll make an axe. So, basically, I don't know if you know much about dwarfs, but they usually live under the ground. So, like, you can build up in the air, but especially when you're new, deep under the ground, it's actually easier to dig downwards. And you can see, I'll just click on the equipment menu. The dwarf starts with just some basic equipment. He's got a shirt and a hat on, but they don't provide any armor or anything. They're just basic little things. He does have like a multi-tool. And it's just a little knife. It's a weapon, you can mine with it, and you can lumberjack. But we want to upgrade that fairly soon. Basically, the power of the tool reflects its speed. So the more power, the quicker it'll get jobs done. You'll notice, even though I've dug up the rocks, there's like rocks in the background. Ooh, hello. There's actually 2 layers in this game. There's a 4-layer and a back layer. So you can actually click on the background layer to harvest that as well. So obviously I don't want that bit jutting up in the air there. And I'll harvest that bit of stone too. So, you saw that popped up. I've got a couple of stone now. So I might actually try and make this pickaxe. So you left click and drag the items in. And a shortcut you can do is if you put a piece in the middle and it has adjacent pieces that are the same, if you double click it, it fills them up automatically for you. It's something, so it does speed you up. Okay, every time you level up, you get a bonus dwarf. You get a totem, which I'll explain soon. And just usually bonus little item, no biggie. Alright, so what we can actually do is put the pickaxe down here. So now when he's mining, instead of just having 10 power, he actually has 15 now. So it really speeds up his power of pickaxe. Power of pickaxe. His speed at harvesting. And now the other new dwarfs will automatically, do other jobs too. So you can click these little berry bushes, harvest them. So you can just start chaining commands. It's generally a good idea, like if you want to harvest stone, just click stone though. Like don't click trees and bushes and everything. Otherwise your dwarfs will generally go off and do everything else but. So I'm going to introduce the portal spell here. It's really handy. So you left click it, and then better if you do this on the ground. If you left click somewhere, it actually opens a little portal, and the dwarfs will actually teleport to the portaled area, and the portal always links back to the base. So it's a really good way to speed up your dwarfs, basically. I found they're pretty switched on, like they don't tend to run around randomly. So yeah, these guys are doing a pretty good job right now. Digging away there. So this number's popped up in the craft menu, so we should be able to do some new stuff. Okay, so lots of new things. Food, this is like a little food menu. Okay, so let's get some ladders made. So ladders, climbing up and down, I don't think I need to explain that one. And each 2 wood makes 1 ladder. So it might throw you a bit if you're used to Minecraft where you get 3 ladders. Okay. And it's put them in the hotbar there. Oh. Okay. Just little plants can grow along the second layer of walls if you leave it empty. So if you just dig them up, they usually, well, they go. Can actually be a good source of leaves if you let them grow. Alright, so he's going down there. To place a ladder, you just left click it, and you left click a back wall, and you can click them even if a dwarf is there. And if you want to unselect something, you just right click anywhere on the screen. So let's dig another layer down there. So you can see I've got a few jobs on the go here. I've got the bushes, can cancel them if I want. Mine up this tree. Let's put the 3rd ladder down. And that's looking pretty good. It's looking alright. It's getting started. So the world's actually pretty big. If you mouse wheel, you can zoom out and quickly look around. So there's plenty of rock up here. Where's our base? There's our dwarves. There's a shop here that you can buy things. You need these golden coins for it, which I don't have any of at the moment. And there's a graveyard here, and that'll spawn skeletons and zombies at night. So you can kill them, but you have to fight a zombie when you do that. So you'll notice our dwarfs are just chilling. They're just standing idle at the moment. So what we might actually do is teleport to some trees and see if we can't get some more. So I want to go where there's a couple. Make it worth our dwarf's while. So here's a few here. So you just left click the portal. And click the trees. I was just mindful not to click on that wild boar or the pig. Ooh. There's a little monsters attack them. It's like a bug out of the tree or something. Anyway, so these guys will happily cut down that tree. And you don't have to be watching them like a worried mother. Like, they'll do their thing while you're just playing the game still. So I've got a couple of stone. I should be able to make some axes. So again, put one in, double click, and put the other stone in, double click, and make 2. And you don't have to drag them out of the little craft box. You can go straight to your equip menu, and that actually goes over your little hand tool there. Now to go to the other dwarfs, there's a little red arrow up here. You can just click left and right and drop his axe on. I don't have a pickaxe for that one yet, so I'm going to have to... Who have I got? Royne and Rin. They could be brothers, these guys. So just getting some more wood. You just hold left mouse button down to scroll around. And it's getting a bit dark. I think it's almost nighttime. Almost. Okay, so they're mining away. You can actually fight that pig and get some of its meat, but we're not quite ready for cooking yet, so may as well leave the meat fresh. So you can see they're picking up all the wood and the apples. I don't know if you guys can hear that music. You probably just can. That means it's nighttime starting. So some monsters are going to spawn, so I'm going to make some weapons. Which is this club. And it just does a bit more damage than the knife does. So again, put 1 wood in, double click. 2 clubs. Cool. So I may as well talk about this while it's up. So the game's technology tree in the campaign mode, it restricts you from making high-end stuff before you know how to make basic stuff. So it is kind of cool how, you know, obviously you can't make this diamond sword or a mithril sword before you can make a stone sword or a wooden club. So it really holds you back. Like, you can cook basic things and then learn how to make like pies and stuff later. Before you can make iron armor, you've got to make iron tools. And yeah, so to make this advanced wooden armor and some backpacks and cool stuff, we have to you get experience by crafting the different items. And you seem to get a little bit more if you craft something new that you haven't done yet. So you can see in yellow on the bar there how much each item's going to give you. So let's just drop those clubs onto these boys. And I say boys because there doesn't seem to be female dwarves in this game. It's a boys club. So your dwarves will always use the best tool for the job. So if they're fighting, they'll use the weapon with the highest attack. Okay, so we might actually just cue them to dig under the ground a bit. That guy doesn't have a pickaxe yet. Have I got enough stone? No. So I kind of want to keep this stone here. I might get him to go dig a bit of that, which hopefully he will do. I'll just unqueue this stuff. Alright. He should be staying over here now. Awesome. Alright. So they're carrying a bit of stone up. You can't actually use the resources they're bringing until they actually bring it to the stockpile here. So you've just got to be patient. Okay, and this guy's just mining a bit of extra stone so I can get that pickaxe happening. Can I make it yet? Yes I can. Beautiful. So one, unfortunately can't do the double click trick with that, but you can just get spawn a second one to quickly get it in. So double click, one more pickaxe, and let's give him that. So now they can all do every job. I might chuck a portal down here just to speed them up. This is a skill book, and dwarves have different skills, and you'll get books for skills that you're not even sure what they do yet. So don't worry too much about them yet. I'll just show you quickly that on here, dwarves can have 3 skills, and they spawn with 1 when they start. And it's completely random. Luckily, this guy started as a miner, and they increase their skill through using it. So that's kind of fun. Now, I just got to... yep. So they're just merrily digging away, getting a bit of stone. I'm just increasing the underground base here, because the dwarf's base will eventually be under the ground. Cool. So we're almost level 3, which means we'll get a third dwarf, which is fantastic. There's a little snail here you can fight if you want. They seem to prioritize fighting. So if you left click an enemy, they will attack them pretty much straight away. So we get another dwarf, a piece of earth, and a leaf. It just takes a moment for your new dwarf to spawn in. And that's really handy. That's, as you get to 3+ dwarfs, it does speed everything up. But they do start, and I'll just scroll along. So we've got hay. So they'd start pretty much basic though. They only have the stone knife, which means it's really beneficial if you can get them some tools straight away. So for example, just an axe and a pickaxe. What am I doing more of at the moment? I'm probably using the pickaxe more. I've only got enough material for one tool. And got the pickaxe, and also we'll make a club for him. And get hay equipped. So weapon and pickaxe. Whoops, wrong slot. Okay, so it's coming along pretty nicely down there. So what I can do now is we can actually make the wooden hatch. A wooden hatch is like if you're not sure, it's just like a door you put on the ground. So don't forget the trick, put the item in the middle and double click and it'll separate out to all the other pieces. I am going to drag this into the hotbar. And you put a hatch just above our little base here. And he'll put that down. And that actually makes it a little bit more secure. So if you left click it and click use, it actually blocks it off. Alright, now here comes some of our first enemies. This ghost thing just hassles you, it doesn't really do anything. So this guy looks a bit dangerous. So, thankfully, because they've all got wooden clubs, they should be able to handle this pretty quick. And they're not dumb, they will auto-attack things, which is handy. Might put a little portal down here, speed things up. Collect some of those leaves. Get some more of that stone. Another thing you can do too is with the earth and stone as well, you can actually dig up the useful stone from the background and just replace it with normal earth. Because obviously at the start you need stone for most of your tools, especially as you get more dwarfs, so it's easy to... You're effectively getting 2 pieces of stone out of 1 block. And then you just left click the earth and yeah, click it down and it'll fill up the spaces you've harvested, just so you don't have a vacant wall in the background, which is good. Makes it a bit more homely. There's a bit there I want to get. Okay, so you can just keep chaining that, so you can see the dwarfs are merrily getting that done. Alright, so... Oh, I got a coin, cool. So, torches, finally. So you get resin off trees, and just wood, and you can make torches. So I can make 2, you get them in groups of 4. Very similar to another crafting game that I'm not going to mention. And to place those, you just left click them, and you just need to place them on a piece of wall. And I generally just space them out by about 2. And the dwarfs will put them down when they've got time. And it just really lights up downstairs a bit, which is nice. Especially once you get pretty far underground, it can get pretty dark. Alright, so just replacing things as I dig it up. So this is starting to come together pretty nicely. Let's chuck down another portal spell. Your mana up here, it regenerates over time, very similar to tablet sort of games. So I do suspect this game will port to mobile devices and tablets. It's very much what you would play. The interface is very touchscreeny. I could see me playing this on a tablet. Okay, I got an archer's book, but we don't get bows for a little while still, though very handy to get. Okay, so, and then pretty much when you've sort of done what you can do, you sort of think, you check back to your crafting menu. There's normally new stuff to craft. So I'm just going to put some dirt down here, just so dwarfs can walk over that. Let's check. So I've got a magic light now. So you get spells in these orbs you can use. And if I look at the crafting tree, which is this one, I think. Illuminating, you can build it up by making torches, but also by casting the magic light spell. So if you actually just get that and left click it around the place, you have to have explored it, of course. I'm getting some experience for it there. There you go. So leveled that up just by casting the spell. Lots of experience. Beautiful. And you can see the task book just keeps filling up. So basic woodworking, so I think I need to make some more ladders and stuff. Iron ore's now becoming an option, and you find that under the ground. Once I've got ore, I can make some iron tools and pots and things. And it wants me to fight a bit. And that's just introducing combat weapons to you. Okay, there's a little mushroom there. So let's get some of those snails, kill them. I'll cue one of the dwarfs to chop a tree, although they seem to prioritize combat very highly. So if you want them to move quickly, yeah, just cue combat. Seems to get them 10-4, hustle, hustle. Alright, so I'll just check my resources. What do I need? Okay, so here's a few new things I can build. And there's the iron stuff. I've got a fair bit of wood. Actually, I probably just need to make sure I've got tools for everyone. So just check your dwarfs. Sometimes once you get new ones fairly quickly, it's easy to forget that you're not equipping them. So, I just need to make an axe for hay. So I'll just get that up quickly. Unfortunately, there's no quick craft option in this game, so you can't just double click it and it'll make it. I've tried, believe me. And I find that a little disappointing. Like, you think most crafting games understand that once you've made it once, you don't really want to keep having to make it again, but hey, it's all good. Hay's got his axe. Alright, those light spells won't last forever, don't worry. Okay, so let's get some of the new stuff crafting. Alright, let's make a table. And double click, beautiful. So you can just keep double clicking it around. And I'm going to place this down here. And you can actually get your dwarfs. You can put food on them and dwarfs will come and eat off the table. So you can like place little apples and things like that. Alright, I'll send a few to go get some of that stuff. And yeah, what I probably need to get is a bit of stone happening. Just to fill in the ground a bit here, for reasons I'll explain later. Just to make the area a bit smoother. Although I might get to level 4 first, so I've got a 4th dwarf. So let's just make some more stuff. I can make a bed and a chair. Chairs give comfort in your place, and I'll show that now. So I need the totem. There he is. Okay. It creates an aura that protects it from monsters. So you just select him, and he needs 2 blocks height, and he can't be right next to a wall. And he lets you know if your housing is suitable or not. So, there we go, got the house complete. Monsters in the shadow must be protected on walls. Okay. So you just needed that hatch there, and it's got walls. And you can see this little star line going around it. That's just letting us know that our house is nice and secure. Okay, so I reckon that's... I might end it here. I'm just looking at time, and we've gone for a while now. In the next video, we'll look at getting up to level 4 and making a second level. We can actually see some resources here. There's coal there, and there's actually... that's iron. So there's plenty of iron around. And if I remember, we can see that there's quite a lot of stone here. It's a bit of a quarry. So we might portal over and actually get the guys collecting a fair bit of stone. Alright, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this and it's been helpful, especially if you're new to the game. And please leave a like if you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment if you've got any tips you'd like to share with all our subscribers. And consider subscribing if you haven't yet. I love doing tutorial videos and Let's Plays. And I think we'll wrap it up there. Alright, stay happy. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.